There's something you should know about night driving. It's not the darkness that gets to you, it's the silence. Not the peaceful kind of silence either. I mean the kind where the road feels empty, like you're the only person left in the world. No headlights, no pedestrians, no movement, just you and whatever might be waiting. I learned that the hard way. This happened about 8 months ago. I was coming back from work late. Nothing unusual. Same route I'd taken hundreds of times. But that night, something followed me home. I worked closing shifts at a small convenience store just outside town. By the time I clock out, it's usually around 11:45 p.m. Add the drive, and I'm home just after midnight. That night felt off from beginning. Not scary, just wrong. The air was colder than usual when I stepped outside. Not the normal kind of night chill. It felt damp, like the cold was sticking to my skin. I remember pausing before getting into my car. The parking lot was empty, completely empty. No other cars, no people. That wasn't normal. Usually, there's at least one or two late customers or someone hanging around. But that night, nothing. Just a flickering light above the store sign. I got in my car anyway. Try not to overthink it. Locked the doors. Started the engine. As I pulled out of the lot, I checked my mirrors out of habit. That's when I noticed it. A pair of headlights. Far behind me, just turning onto the road. I didn't think much of it at the time. I should have. The road home is long and mostly empty. A two-lane stretch surrounded by trees on both sides. No streetlights for miles. Just darkness. And your headlights. I drove for about 5 minutes before checking my rearview mirror again. The headlights were still there. Same distance. Not getting closer. Not falling behind. Just there. At first, I thought it was coincidence. But then I made a turn. A sharp right that leads toward my neighborhood. Most people don't go that way unless they live there. I watched carefully as I turned. A few seconds later, the headlights followed. That's when I felt it. That small, quiet shift in your gut. The one that tells you something isn't right. Still, I told myself I was overreacting. Maybe they lived nearby. Maybe they were just heading the same way. But then I slowed down, just a little, and they slowed too, exactly the same. The escalation, incident 2, I decided to test it. There's a stretch of road about 10 minutes from my house that forks into 2 directions. One leads to my neighborhood. The other leads nowhere, just an abandoned road that eventually dead ends near an old, closed-down building. No one uses it. No one. As I approached the fork, my hands tightened on the wheel. At the last second, I took the wrong road. The empty one. The headlights hesitated, just for a second. Then, they followed me. That's when I knew. This wasn't coincidence. This wasn't someone going the same way. They were following me. My mouth went dry instantly. I picked up speed. They did too. The road got narrower. Trees closing on both sides, their branches hanging low over the asphalt. I kept checking the mirror. The headlights were closer now. Much closer. Close enough that I couldn't see anything else. Just bright, blinding light filling my rear view. I remember thinking, don't stop. Whatever you do, don't stop. I was nearing the dead end. I had 2 choices. Keep going and get trapped, or turn around. I slammed on the brakes. The car skidded slightly as I yanked the wheel, making a sharp U-turn. For a split second, my headlights faced their car directly, and I saw it, or at least I think I did. There was someone in the driver's seat, but something was wrong. Very wrong. They weren't moving, not reacting, just sitting there, completely still. And their face, I could make out details, but it looked pale, too pale, like it didn't belong to someone alive. Before I could process it, I hit the gas and sped past them. As I passed, I glanced aside. They didn't turn their head, didn't follow me with their eyes. Nothing, just stillness. But the moment I passed, their headlights snapped back on behind me, and they followed again. The climax. At this point, I wasn't thinking clearly. I just wanted to get home. Lights, people, safety, anything. I drove faster than I ever have in my life. The speedometer kept climbing. 80, 90, the road blurred beneath me. But they kept up, always behind me, always the same distance. Like they were matching me exactly. Then something happened, something I still can't explain. My phone buzzed. I don't know why I looked at it. I shouldn't have, but I did. One new message from an unknown number. I opened it, and my stomach dropped instantly. It was a picture of my car, from behind, taken just seconds ago. I nearly lost control of the wheel. My hand was shaking so badly I could barely hold it steady. Then another message came through. 3 words. I'm inside already. I froze. Inside? Inside what? My car? My house? My mind raced, trying to make sense of it. And that's when I heard it. From the back seat. A sound. Soft. Barely audible. Like someone shifting their weight. I slowly looked into the rearview mirror. And for a split second, I saw something. A shape sitting behind me. Too dark to make out clearly, but definitely there. I screamed, swerved the car violently, and crashed. When I woke up, I was in the hospital. They told me I'd been found alone, car wrecked, no one else in or around the vehicle. No second car, no headlights, nothing, just me. They said I was lucky to be alive. I didn't argue, but here's the part one can't explain. My phone, it was still with me, still working, but the messages were gone. No unknown number, no pictures, nothing, like it never happened. I tried to convince myself it was shock, hallucination, my brain playing tricks on me. But then 3 nights after I got home, I heard something outside. I looked through my window, and there it was, a car parked across the street, engine off, lights off, just sitting there, watching. I couldn't see who was inside, but I didn't need to, because a few seconds later, my phone buzzed. One new message, no number, just text, I'm still following.